What's good, Joe? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know we always keep it real. Today is a day where we have a very special guest. What do we say? We say we always bring heavy hitters. And today is another episode of Legends Live Forever, presented by Be the Renaissance. We are thrilled to have Dion Waiters, aka Philly Cheese, aka Downhill Dion, aka Google Me, aka Bubble Cheese,
Yeah.
uh, a player whose journey embodies talent, resilience, growth. You know, he got Philadelphia roots, just like me. And, from being a standout at Syracuse to leaving his mark at the NBA, welcome Dion Waiters to Real Talk with MJ.
What's that word, brother?
For sure. I see you got the Saquon jersey. We was just talking about that.
Yeah, man, that's my guy, man. One of the best acquisitions we had in a long time. I'm gonna say since PO, you know. So that's just my opinion. So that's my guy, though. Like I say, man, it's Monday, so we still treat it like Victory Monday, even though we didn't play,
Yeah,
Bob. But I'm Eagles head to toe, man. Eagle shorts, Eagle socks. I'm head to toe.
that's what it's about. I feel like Philly fans, like, we die hard. Whether it's Phillies, I've been getting like more baseball too a little bit, even like what
Nah,
they got going on.
I like baseball, but I know it's such a long season, so I'm not tapped in as much throughout the season, but I'm keeping up with it. But when them playoffs come, I'm locked in.
Locked in.
It's nothing like Red October. It's nothing like it. It's
Nothing
nothing
like it.
like it, man. So I'm a diehard Phillies fan, man. Like Philly supporter. So I bleed green for sure, for sure. I was an AI fan growing up. That's the reason why I really started like playing basketball though, because of Allen Iverson, and the reason why I wore number 3. So you know,
And how was it like just like growing up in Philly, uh,
for
loving
me,
basketball, all of that? Just talk about that.
I mean, just growing up in the city, you gotta be tough. It's gonna teach you toughness early on, um, perseverance, um, just having that will to never give up, bro. Just keep going, man. Just fighting through it every day, each and every day. I grew up a little different. I grew up in the city, in the hood. Born and raised projects. Um, just coming from a single parent household, even though I had my father, you know, just coming from like that environment, man. Really just teach you, man. Just teach you hard nosed, just tough. Um, and that's what you pretty much like get out of it, like just and you use all them tools like when you get older, you know, not backing down, uh, being aggressive.
And what were
Things like
ways, like on the court? I know you expressed like, early on, uh, you ain't go to like, therapy or anything like that, but like basketball was like your way to like really express yourself. So,
yeah, that
uh,
was my escape. Basketball for sure is my escape. I didn't know how much I needed basketball just outside of the money and just everything that like the other perks and things that came with basketball. Um, that was really my therapy. But I didn't know until I started playing. Once you start playing, it's like, your mind racing and things like that. And I never thought as much as I did, but I never had the time to think also because I was always focused on getting better, focused on the next year, what can I improve on, just different things to help me cope with things that I was going with. Basketball was always my escape. When I'm on the court, I'm not thinking about none of those things, you know, just trying to get better, we trying to win a game. And depending on how the game go, good, bad game, you just think about how can I get better? How can I improve? How can I make the team better and things like that. So I just think basketball was a tool for me. Like that was my escape from a lot of things that I didn't know I need or I took for granted at the time because that was therapy without me even understanding that.
Facts. And just want to touch on like early on, I don't think you played basketball at Bertram, but you went from
Nah,
Bertram to South Philadelphia to South Canton, Connecticut. Am I
yeah,
correct?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, you like talk about that early on, like switching schools, like how was that? Leaving the city as well, like early on, going to Connecticut for a year. Like how were all those experiences?
Uh, I mean, so my freshman year I went to Barton because we had just moved up. We just moved up Southwest. I was living in South Philly my whole life, and like when I was young, like my mom was selling drugs, my stepdad was selling drugs. The cops ran in the house like three times. Um, they found things like twice, but we wound up getting evicted out the house because they ran in there three times. So they was basically saying it was a drug house. Um, so we had wound up having to move up Southwest, and I was still going to school in South Philly though. But I was bad. I was being bad in school, so they were letting me slide because I played basketball. But like once I started being bad in school, and the teacher, they did some type of investigation, whatever, like asking me like what's my address, and I no longer had like an address down there, and they found out where I really lived, so they wound up moving me up, moving me to a school where I was living at. So I wound up transferring to Pepper like I want to say like mid January, like January. So everybody like Pepper and them schools up there, you gotta go to a Southwest. You gotta go to school up Southwest. Basically, mine was Barton, and I was already committed in high school. I was already committed. I mean, I was already committed in middle school. I committed in eighth grade. So I never knew the importance of your grades trickling down, and you really need your credits and all that type of stuff. I never knew that type of stuff. When I was a kid, at the end of the day, I still was running around, I still was doing regular kid things, going to school late, things like that, showing up late. I never took it serious until my the coach from Syracuse that recruited me, Coach Mike Hopkins. He basically was telling me like when I did go to school, my freshman year and all that, and I was going to school late. I was like, no, I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I wasn't handling the business. He basically just was telling me I need I need classes, I need you know um, certain like credits, whatever. So I think toward like the end of my like freshman year, I knew I would have to leave the city like eventually to go to a different school, but once I went to Bertram, I just didn't. I was fighting every day. I was just fighting every day, but I wasn't fighting for myself. I was fighting for the guys I was hanging around. You know what I mean? I was just fighting for the guys that I was hanging around. Um, like nobody never wanted to fight me. They know I played ball and things like that. And so I was just fighting. I was fighting. And then like this one last time, it was like this big fight. Like I'm talking about like one of the biggest fights ever, bro. You know what I mean? And they called my mom and said, "Well, we're gonna have to transfer him. We're gonna basically like kick me out of school and send me to like CEP." At the time, it was a bad school. Like CEP was for like a school for like kids who just came home from jail. Like you can't get out of there. Like so before that happened, my mom was like, let me just transfer him and get him up out of here because that's gonna hurt him. So I wound up transferring to Southern, and I just didn't go to class, bro. I was just around all my friends. I was going to class late. Like I probably was going to three, four classes, showing up to school like 11 o'clock. Like
Yeah.
so, I just around my friends because now I'm back home. I'm back in South Philly, and it's like I just was distracted, bro. But like I said, man, I feel like I was still a kid though. You know what I mean? Like being up Southwest, being away from my friends, and being able to have an opportunity to go back and be with my friends, I just wasn't locked in. I just, like I didn't know how serious it was. I wasn't watching basketball like that either, like far as like following like Syracuse and things like that. I didn't even know Melo won a championship 2003, bro, until I start really like locking in on it, like probably my 11th grade year, like 10th grade, more so 11th. But I was just, man, living life, bro, just running around, going to every lunchroom, like playing
So
cards.
so
I just going,
speaking of Syracuse, you committed as a freshman, right?
I committed in eighth grade.
Eighth grade. So
Eighth
like,
grade.
were there other
One of
schools outside of
the
Syracuse?
first, I'm the first to ever do that. Commit in
Eighth.
eighth grade. I'm the first.
What was behind that decision? Like, were there other schools
So
looking at you too, or you just like,
nah,
that's the first one?
you young, bro, eighth grade. Like, so so basically like, all right, my cousin, Scoop Jardine, he went to Newman Goretti. Scoop, Rick. So around like the seventh, eighth grade, my coach, his name Aaron Abbott, we call him Fry. Um, one summer, he just um he just seen me like outside at the playground playing, like playing ball. And then he just started saying, I gotta work out. I gotta take you with me to work out. I gotta take you under the wing to work out. Like you're talented, you just need a little bit more structure. So that happened. That's how I wound up going to like Newman to the workouts, and I seen like Scoop, Rick, uh, like Errol Pettis, like DJ. So basically the guys that before me, who I basically grew up to like start like idolizing a little bit, like you know what I mean. And it just went from there, man. And Scoop and Rick was already going to Syracuse, like they committed to Syracuse. So, and I started staying with Scoop, like, and they had open gym one day, bro. They had open gym. Coach came down, and I just had a good day. I'm gonna just say I had a good day.
You had a good day.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say I had a good day, man. And Coach was like, "Who that little black kid over there talking about me?" And Coach Fry was telling them like, "It's Dion. He only in seventh grade, going to eighth, and like the rest was history, bro. Like it was history. Like I talked to him, but we ain't really say nothing. He just told me just keep going, just stay focused, go to school, things like that. But I didn't know it would get to like where it got to. So everything happens for a reason, man. Like I say, like my life, man, is really like a movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
And then just being at Syracuse, that was like, correct me if I'm wrong, that's your freshman year, that was the first time you was ever on the bench. Like, cause I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah,
like when you
yeah.
were young, you're the best player on the team. When middle school, high school, you're always the best player. So like, how was that adjustment initially for you when you're not necessarily like the best player on the team and you gotta wait your turn?
Nah, see, that's the difference. I was the best player on the team my freshman year. I was the best player on the team. Like I never been in that position either though, like where I came off the bench ever. So that was something new for me too. So like I said, I honestly think everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? Because it gave me a chance to almost like use my frustration and anger out in like the right direction. Like and like, instead of like, just being mad at the coach. I was always frustrated at the coach though. Always, like always. That was I always went out there and played like that too. So like I always felt like I had something to prove. Like, but the things I was doing in practice, like that nobody got to see that I was doing to them. So it was like I was dominating practices, like dominating. Like even like I felt like it was times where I felt like the guy that was playing in front of me shouldn't have been playing in front of me. So what I would do was I would just like guard him the whole practice. Like, won't score. Won't score. I'm talking trash. I'm trying to get up in him. But he was never a guy that was like confrontational either though. He was always like a cool, laid back guy.
Are you
But
talking about coach?
No, I'm talking about
Come
Brandon,
on, yep.
one of the players that was in front of me playing. He been there since like, his freshman year. He started, and he had like family ties. There, his uncle went there. It was, it was a big thing. So, but even like that, I felt like when Scoop went there, he was starting over Scoop. So it was just a lot of, this was a lot of built up frustration I used to just take out. And you know, like I said, it worked it worked out for me. All honestly, like because when I came in the game, bro, I didn't get out the game. So if I came in the game at 17 minutes, I played the whole 17 minutes. It's 20-minute half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my whole thing was that wasn't like that my freshman year. It wasn't like that my freshman year. So I had to really just lock in, bro. And I just think like everything, like I said, everything happened for a reason.
Was there a period after your freshman year that you felt like this ain't working out? I'm trying to go somewhere else. Uh,
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, bro. I felt like, how can I say this? I just felt like the opportunity I was getting wasn't presenting itself. You feel me? Like it just wasn't presenting itself. So at the end of the at the end of that freshman year, we had like a little clash, and then I'm like, man, I'm out. But I knew my mom was gonna let me leave. You know what I mean? Like I knew she wasn't gonna let me leave. I knew it. Like I just knew she wasn't gonna let me leave
how come?
because she ain't raised no quitter. And I knew that would be her exact words to me. You know what I mean? Because she said it to me multiple times, all the time. If I was gonna leave, I would have to like really have to convince her.
And how is that relationship, you and your mom?
My dog, man. That's my dog. Like we've been through everything together. We've been through everything together, bro. My mom been shot. You know, my mom been shot, bro. Like it ain't too much you can really like speak on that. Like it's like I'm a mommy's boy. Like I'm one of them kids that stay up all night till his mom come home. Like my mom went out or did anything like that, I'll stay up till she come home. Cause I had bad anxiety, like bro. You know what I mean? I did everything with my mom, so I just remember one night like she didn't come home, man, and I got a phone call. I'm up waiting for her, like hey, mom been shot. You know, you a kid. You know, you might think somebody get shot. You know, you might think they dead. Man, I had so many different type of emotions, like, but found out like she was all right. Um, and then like after that, cause at the time I was playing football. I was playing football at the time, and then I had wound up losing my spot because I had to stop going to practice because I stayed home and started taking care of her. You know what I mean? And that's probably the best decision too, though. You know what I mean? Because I had one of them old school coaches, like no matter how good you was, it's about the guy that's there, you showing up to practice. Um, and he was just like, he know the situation that happened, the circumstances, whatever. But he like that won't be fair to the guys that was here. You know what I mean? And and my mom was like, listen, you might as well play basketball anyway, just like that.
Just like
And
that.
I really just left her alone just like that. I want to go play basketball. Like, and I think that's the best decision she ever probably could make. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, I think it worked out, bro. Everything worked out. Everything happens for a reason.
And then you said something I like. You were like, your mom didn't raise a quitter. So when it comes to
Yeah,
like perseverance, determination, you feel like you get that from her.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, I had a father. He wasn't in like He wasn't around like that. You know, when I was born, my dad was locked up. You know what I mean? So like I had my dad, but I got all his ways too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like we like basically the same person, bro. So I had a father, but he was in and out. He was just in and out of my life, just in and out. That's all, just in and out of my life. So you see this person every day, like my mother. You see it, like the drastic changes she made, like throughout life. You know what I mean? Going from a young female to taking care of kids by any means. If that was just selling drugs, if that was, getting a job, whatever. That's what my mom did. I always see my mom like hustle. I always see my mom provide for her kids. Like no matter what the situation was, like I always seen her do it. And if I know she could do it, I know I could do it. Because I know that it can't be that bad. And as a woman, I'm a man. So I'm an alpha at that too. So I know how I am. And like I got my own kids too. I got my own kids to raise. And just me showing them like perseverance and never just, you know, laying down and quitting. Even when times get hard, bro, times gonna get hard. We gotta figure this thing out. We gotta figure this thing out. And that's what I learned from my mom, man. Just never having that quit mentality, that never quit attitude. Always one thing my mom always say, no matter what I go through in life, I will always take care of my kids. And that just always stuck with me. You know what I mean? So, when you're around somebody for so long and you see everything that goes on, you learn some of them tools and you instill them in yourself and your kids too. You know what I mean? Just that never quit mentality, attitude, never giving up even when times hard, even when you don't know. Put your head down, man. Keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
Keep
Like I
pushing.
tell my like I tell my son, man, it can't rain forever. The sun gotta come back out one day. It can't rain forever. As long as you push through that storm and all that and whatever's going on in life, man, just keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing. I'm telling you.
And like your second year at Syracuse,
I,
having to
I,
persevere,
my
all
second year,
that
second year, I
six.
took off. I took off my second year. I took off. I knew. Like
How'd you
my
know?
my second, cause like how I ended my freshman year. Like, all right, so basically, like I was ranked top 15 my whole life. Right, I was number one shooting guard for 3 years in high school. ESPN top 10, Rivals top 12, whatever. And rankings like sometimes when you rank so long, they just get bored to ranking, so they'll just want to put somebody in front of you, somebody, they don't
Yeah.
even better than you. They just get bored to rankings, just something new, something fresh, I guess. So I still finished one website, one number one shooting guard, another website, number two shooting guard. So it ain't matter to me. But coming from basically All American, Jordan All American, should have been McDonald's, got snubbed because I only played 2 years of high school though. That's why I didn't make McDonald's because I was only played 2 years of high school. I told you my freshman year I didn't play. That's a long story why I ain't play because I ain't want to go to any of them schools. I wanted to go to Newman, get ready. Long story short, I couldn't get in there. And basically, I just wasted my freshman year trying to figure that whole thing out. And my sophomore year, I went to South Kent. My junior, senior year, I came back home. I wound up going to Life Center. That's the school in it was in Jersey. It was like a prep school.
Hmm.
It was like a prep school, private prep school, yeah. So, but let's just rewind back now. Like my sophomore year, like at the end of my freshman year, we had the NCAA tournament, and like I go off in the last game. Like I scored like 25, something crazy. Scored like 25. Like it was just like a, it was just like a, it was
It's
just like
like,
a confidence booster. You know what I mean?
oh, this what I can do. This what I
Yeah,
can
like
do.
I've been could do all this though, but I wasn't presented the opportunity. Coach these coaches, man. I tell these kids all the time, man. I say, listen, them coaches love you when you ain't there. They gonna feed you some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they gonna feed you some, yeah. When you come here, you're gonna play 25, 30 minutes. You're gonna be starting. This is what I was told. This is what I was told. Me and my mom. All right, bet. Because I've been loyal to y'all since eighth grade. Like I could have went anywhere else and went and done if I wanted to. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm loyal to y'all. Y'all lied to me in my face. There's games where I would have like there's games, bro. I would have like 10 in the first half and won't play the second half for no particular reason. Like,
I was about to ask, like what, like if we talking about somebody who like became a top five pick, like not even like less than 2 years later. So like, what is we like? What's the reason? That's what I was about to ask. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. And I can't even tell you. Like, I can't even tell you. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like that's why I think it's just like a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a slap in the face, bro. Like, but then again, though, I just said also though, it was the gift and the curse because we was that good my sophomore year. We ranked number one in the country. We lost one game in the regular season. I'm leading scorer off the bench. I'm damn near leading. Like I think that our top scorer probably averaged like 14. I was right behind him at 13.2 off the bench, and like steals, things like that. I led the team in steals. Um, and like I said, when I got in the game, I didn't get out, and it was one of them things where it's like, come next year, like I know what they expect because they coming back next year. So it's like either you leave or you deal with the shit.
yeah,
And it's like I'm already comfortable. And it's like you got this thing that you fight too. You see some of your teammates going one and done. You're like, dang. Knowing they're not like better than some of them just got that better opportunity than you. So it's like you see someone, you're like, dang, keep going. Then you gotta work on your game though. You gotta get back to that drawing board. And then you got all the motivation in the world though. Coach playing with you. You knew you should be starting. Some of your teammates left. Like some of the people in your class went to the league. All right, but we ain't gonna cry about it. Come on. Let's get to it. Let's just work. Let's get to it. Let's work. Yeah. I think all that play a part, bro. And like your story, your success is having roadblocks, man. And you having to figure out how this is gonna determine how you react to things, how you feel about things, how this is gonna make you a better person, better player, better father, better son. There's other things like that play a part in helping you be a better, all around person. When you get a chance to finally sit down and be like, dang, I had to grind through that. I had to get through that. I had to think about this, like how I'm gonna approach that. And man, tell you one thing though, it's a beautiful feeling when you crack that code, man. It's a beautiful feeling. I promise you.
what's a before we get to the draft and the league and all that, is there a memorable experience, a game, maybe like a hot quarter you had, or like what's your most memorable moment being at Syracuse?
My most memorable moment, I ain't gonna lie to you, it probably was the practices, bro. Like practices was so elite. You gotta think about it. So you got Scoot was starting, Brandon Trish starting. That's the guards. This the guards. I'm coming off the bench. Michael Carter Williams. Michael Carter Williams, McDonald's All-American. He barely even playing. He behind us. He behind us. And can you imagine like the frustration he had and I had coming off that bench, knowing we like top of our class and all that. So them practices like used to be so intense. Like me and Carter Williams used to just go at him, like scooping him. Scoop would come back, but like Tris, he wasn't like I said, he wasn't really like that. Like he wasn't really like the talkative like type of guy. So you had to really just go at Scoop in that order. But like our practice was so elite 'cause we should try to kill him. That's why I think the games were so easier for us, bro. Like, cause our practices were so hard. You know what I mean? Like our practice was so hard. That's why I think the games just was easier because we had so much talent. We were so talented. Like,
You feel like those hard practices were credit to Jim Boeheim, or it was more like the players like creating that environment?
I think it was the players. I think it was us. I think it was us that made that environment, and because we was also so cool, bro. Like we all hung out the like court together. You gonna catch us at somebody's house, chilling. We going out together. Um, we just really did everything together. Like honestly, like, and that made that made everything better too. Like, cause we hung with each other. We were really cool. Like we was like close. Like you know what I mean. And we had conversations. We had uncomfortable conversations. But my sophomore year, we really even hadn't had no conversation. Man, we 30-1 the regular season. What we got to talk about for real?
Yeah,
Everybody know they role. Everybody know what's going on. Who's who getting the ball, last shot of the game, who taking the most shots a game. Like it wasn't really nothing to talk about because when you came in, you just filled your role. Like we had a second unit that was just as good as the first unit.
mm,
So it was like me, CJ Fair, Michael Carter Williams, uh, James Sutherland, Bob Keita. Like we had a whole nother like that was like we played 10. You know what I mean? So we was like that. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna lie. We was like that, man. We was really good. It was really good. So, but I just say the practices just was already so dominant that
yeah.
it helped us. It
Wow.
helped us. Like the games came easy, bro, because we had dominant practice where we used to go at each other neck, and we was talented. So that's why I see the most memorable. But I did have a memorable game though. I had a memorable game, Madison Square Garden, the biggest tournament that year. We lost. We was number one overall seed. We lost to Cincinnati, but I think I had like 29. I think I had 29. I think I had like seven threes. And we lost though, so it don't matter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We was number one though. Big East, NCAA tournament. They 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 cheated us out of the championship, man. They suspended Fab Melo right before the tournament.
Crazy. So going to the NBA draft,
Yeah.
did you know or have an idea like, all right, I'm about to be, top five. No, not even, I'm about to be top four pick. And then a follow up to that, what was that feeling like? I mean, like coming from Philly, I know all the guys, like, that's my man. Like, yo, that's not like, I mean, it's difference between like being in the NBA is already an accomplishment. Being a lottery pick is already an accomplishment. Being top 10 is already an accomplishment. I'm talking about top four in the draft, like
Off
just
the bench. Let's not forget that. Off the bench at Syracuse. Never started one game when top five off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be like completely honest with you. I knew I wasn't going past 8. I knew that for sure. But just the kicker. Toronto had the 8th pick. That's the only team that seen me work out. they came to where I was at. I was in Vegas working out. I did my pre-draft in Vegas, and when they came that day, bro, I think I missed 3 shots. And we was playing like one-on-one, pick up everything. I think I missed 3 shots, 3. So I'm like, I ain't want to go to Toronto though. I'm like, I don't got no passport. I'm not getting my passport.
Yeah.
I wanted to go somewhere else. So what happened was we get to the NBA, go to the NBA draft, go to the NBA draft, and I got 3 meetings. I got 3 meetings. It's Boston, San Antonio, and Phoenix. Phoenix the last meeting. So I went to Boston, I think, first. Then my second meeting was with San Antonio. And this how crazy the draft is though, bro. This how crazy the draft is though. Like when they about the draft, they looking into you, like they go do all their homework. They go do they do all that, man, like your family background, everything. So when I get to San Antonio, they like, hey, how you doing? Isn't your dad arrested? I said, my dad arrested? I said, man, my dad home right now. My dad not arrested. I can call my dad right now. Literally, bro, the exact words was, wow, for real? I said, I could call my dad right now. He said, they gotta give us that information. He's fired. Like that, bro. This is how serious this is. Like, so I'm like, man, I'm like, that's just wrong information. So that rubbed me the wrong way, but it showed me like when I used to hear about a little bit of them stories, like, this shit real. Like it's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now I start thinking about all this stuff, bro. Like, yo, I'm not gonna get drafted, bro. You know how bad I was in high school. I was fighting all this stuff, bro. They brought up my dad, so I'm like, dang. And then like when I walked into Phoenix, the last meeting was Phoenix, bro. I walk into Phoenix, everybody, bro. It's like 13 coaches in there, bro. It's like I'm like, I'm so nervous now. Like I'm shaking a little. I'm like, damn. So GM, owner, head coach, everybody in there. But when I went to the other 2 meetings before that, bro, there was only 3 coaches in there. Like I mean, it was like 3 people in there, and one is in the corner just typing, and one not even looking at you. Both the meetings, like it's like two, like, bro. When you walk into these rooms, they literally have somebody in the corner, not looking at you, saying nothing, just typing everything that you're saying,
Well, just
like
transcribing everything.
everything. It's like you in court or something. Like they be in court and they be just writing like all that. I've never been in court, but you see it on the news or stuff
Yeah.
like that. People just typing like the whole conversation. So man, I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, this is real. I'm like, this is real. So then I walk in there, Phoenix. I see every coach will remind. I had a situation with one of the coaches, Lindsey Hunter, before at Top 100 camp. Right, I had a situation with him where I had got hurt, and he thought I was faking or something. Like I had really messed my ankle up or something. But basically, like one of my teammates telling me he was calling me out with him, like just calling me out. And then when I got back from the hospital, he really saying it here like, "Damn, my fault. I ain't really know you was hurt X Y Z." I'm like, man, I ain't worrying about it. It's cool. And then
Yeah.
later that night, my teammates was saying basically like calling me out. But long story short, fast forward, that's how I say life was like so crazy.
And you see him again.
And yes, but he's the assistant coach for the Phoenix Suns. I'm like, when I listen, bro, my exact words when I seen him, I said, I ain't getting drafted. Just like, yo, just like that, bro. Like,
Yo.
dude, just like that, dude. Like, cause like that's how life is, man. You just never fucking know, man. So when I see him, I'm like, shit. Jack Rose was in my head. So no, when I see him, I see everybody. When I see him, I said, "Damn, I ain't getting drafted like that, right?" So we all go in there. We have a meeting. They just asking me questions. They asking me questions. I answer the questions the best of my abilities. You know what I mean? Because I'm still shy. I'm still nervous. I answer the question. So the next day, my agent called me like, "Yo, they like Phoenix want to meet with you." You know, Phoenix had the 13th pick. I'm like, I think 13 ball, 14, 13 ball, whatever. It was lottery. And I'm like, all right, bet, cool. So like, we're gonna meet him tomorrow. Boom. We meet him tomorrow. We meet him the next day. I meet the GM and the president. Meet with him. They like, listen, man, we're gonna promise you. They're like, we're gonna promise you at 13. We're gonna promise you. They said just go home, hide, don't come out, don't let nobody see you. They're like, we don't care if you get fat, gain weight, we're gonna get the weight up off you.
Yeah.
They said go high like Saab bin Laden. Just like that. I'm dead serious, bro. So I'm like, shit, bet.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, number one, like guaranteed lottery from the trenches. Tuh, book it. Listen, bro. I met with them at 12 o'clock. I was home by 2 o'clock because you know it was in Chicago. Hour flight.
Yeah.
Bro, I met with them at 12, so bro, I was home by then at 2:45.
By the time you got home, you like calling everybody
Listen,
like,
no, so as I'm telling my my business manager, like my everyday, manager, whatever y'all, assistant, or whatever you want
mhm.
to call it. I'm telling him though, but he's not that happy. Like, yo, bro, 13 pick we out there. He like, yeah, that's cool, but he like, you can go higher.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't looking at it. Come on, bro. We here, we
It's the
good.
NBA. Like,
Yeah, like, and I feel like it was a better position, like a better spot for me too. Like Steve Nash was there, he was on his way out, he was old. That's what they told me. Like basically, you come behind Steve Nash, you learn from him, and you get the keys to the car. Cool, you know, bet. And I'm telling him he's not really excited. So I call my mom. I call my mom. Tell my mom, at the time she don't really know what's going on. I'm like, look, mom, I just got promised at 13. That's lottery. She like, congratulations, baby. Da, da, da. I'm like, she don't really know. She like, that's good, right? I'm like, yeah, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, we getting drafted, like guaranteed. Like, she all right. So all right. She like, see you soon. So long story short, bro. So when I get home, I go right to my friend's house, right on the block. I'm talking about in the hood, on the block. We watching. I cut on my phone start going crazy. My phone start going crazy, bro. Like going crazy. So I'm like, I go cut it on. The I go cut the pre-draft on. And they like, we just got notice that Dion Waiters left. They said they got a promise, but they like, we don't know from who. It just sent my stock straight up now, though. Like my stock go like through the roof. You know what I mean? It go through the roof. Boom. So
because basically, hold on, so news broke that the Suns wanted to take you at 13.
no, they didn't know who wanted to take me. They knew I
Oh,
left. I left the draft because I had more meetings. You understand? Like the draft is
ah,
so. I got there. Say Thursday. I got there Thursday. I think draft is to like what Monday. Draft kind of a little long. I think. So I got there Thursday. Did my interviews Friday and left Saturday morning, but I still had meetings Saturday, Sunday, and I'm assuming like my agents told the other teams who wanted to, like he left. He got a promise. Told the scouts,
mm-hmm.
told the scouts that he left. He got a promise. And I get home, I cut the TV on. They're like, yeah. And we just got word that Dion Waiters left. He got a promise from a team. They don't know who, so they trying to piece the puzzle together on what team because he met with these three teams and they just didn't know. Like it was crazy, man. It was crazy. I'm talking about and it went through the roof. So, but I'm like, I had got word that um Jerry Jerry West,
Yeah.
the logo. At the time he was working for Golden State.
Rest in
And I had
peace.
got
Yep.
and I had got word that he was like basically telling like Golden State like we gotta take him at 7. Like we gotta take him at 7. If we don't take him at 7, I'm thinking about retiring. I swear, ask my agent. And um, I knew. So I'm in. So when I see all that going on, Coach Hop called me from Syracuse, the one that recruited me, Coach Hop. So I kind of got this feeling because Coach Hop like, I'm gonna call your phone.
Hmm.
I'm gonna ask you some questions. But I've kind of got this feeling like you're not just calling me by yourself and asking me these certain type of questions unless somebody else on the phone that want to hear me answer these questions. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Coach Hop called me. Coach Hop called my phone and he asked me certain questions. Um, yeah. Coach Hop called my phone and he like, so how you feel about like Kyrie? You think you could play with Kyrie? He asked me all these questions though, like little weird questions, right?
Yeah.
And come to find out, I know why he asked me the questions, but I ain't gonna say nothing right now because I don't know how stuff works still. He probably get in trouble. Long story short, somebody was listening, and that's what happened, and that's how I got the number 4.
Do you look back and be like, because being drafted by Golden State, seeing how
Yeah,
being like it might be
nah,
like a third splash, bro. Like, do you ever like think about? Do you ever think about like, what if I did get drafted by Golden State, or what if I did go to the Suns or anywhere? You ever thought about that?
yeah, hell yeah. I wish I would went to Phoenix. I wish I would went to Phoenix. Like it'd have been so perfect for me. I could take my time. You want to have like them high expectations. Think about it, bro. I went to Cleveland post LeBron. Like when Brian left 2010. They drafted Kyrie 2011, drafted me 2012. He never got over that LeBron whole thing. You know what I mean? And Cleveland is sports town, but it's like one of them like you know, you know, there's a lot of pressure there, like on the coaches. Think about it, bro. My first 5 years, I had 5 different coaches, 3 different GMs. You know what I mean? So uh, I was never like in a stable environment. I was always learning each year somebody else's system. Then the GM that drafted you gets fired, so then a new one that come in really is not like your guy.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of like moving parts. You know what I mean? And I think like my first couple years wasn't the best. Like even though I was rookie, like all rookie first team, um, one couple player of the rookie of the month, but it's like I never had that.
It wasn't a
Like
stable organization.
it wasn't stable at all. You know what I mean? Like every year, new coach, GM, and then like I think my third year, I think Brian came back to Cleveland with us,
That's
and
what was
that
my
shifted,
follow up. Yeah.
and that right there was like, whoa, like now less touches for me. You know what I mean? Like run to the corner. I'm not a corner guy. I need the ball in my hand. Um, basically just like sacrifice. You know what I mean? And when he came back, like it was a whole new team. Kevin Love, me, Kai, Brian, and Virgil. We didn't start out good. We didn't start out good. And that kind of like I'm still young. It's still my third year. Still got something to prove. And it's like, nah, it's not it. You know what I mean? Instead of me sitting back, learning and soaking up everything, I'm like, nah, that's not it. So I was just like trying to force myself out. I was trying to get a trade real bad, like real bad. And it
Why you
wound up.
feel like it was? Why you feel like that was? Because you know, I know you talked about like the expectations, even like first being drafted, and then once Braun come, it's expectations for everybody. It's like if you don't make a shot, you know, when he passed or whatever, you know how the media is, all that stuff. So like, uh, how was that shift from like pre LeBron coming to like post LeBron and like yeah, all that.
It was different because like your rookie sophomore year, you get the opportunity to be allowed to make mistakes, and we don't have a lot of pressure on us because nobody really expecting us to be like that good, honestly. And I just feel like having him come back, bro, like there's a different type of expectation. Think about it. Nobody cared about the Cavaliers the first 2 years till Brian coming back. Now it's championship or bust aspirations. You know what I mean? Like you put that on a bunch of 21-year-olds. Like going from like being able to develop to they got to win a chip. You know, and everybody's watching your every move. Like if you drop, bro, if you was eating a potato chip, a bag of potato chip, and drop a chip or something, that's going on ESPN.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it was, bro. That's how crazy it was. Like crazy, man. Like I don't think people understand how crazy it was. And like I tell people, like that's not fun. It's not fun, bro. Trust me, it's not fun. Now they looking for a scapegoat. Everybody know I'm gonna be their scapegoat. There's always a scapegoat when he play. Not saying it's him, but like look at me, Russell Westbrook. It was Miami. It was they were trying to say it was D Wade. He was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always something or somebody that got to take that blame if they losing the son.
How is that for a player's perspective? Because on the outside looking in, a lot of people might be like, oh, well, they get to play with the greatest player of all time, top two, top three, wherever they want to place it. Like, oh, they in a great situation. Um, but actually being a player, you had those expectations. Uh, there's people in the media talking about y'all, you know, every day. It's it was tough.
It was tough. It was tough. It definitely was tough, bro. It was tough. It's like you walking around the building on eggshells. It's like this was weird energy, like weird vibes, weird energy, and understanding that like you have to understand that this is what come with this, like with Brian. Like I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like the media, because what he bring, what Brian brings to the table, championship aspirations, not just being content with making a playoff. And I think for us being such a young team and not understanding that, and never really having that experience, I think was new and was different. Even like him and Kyrie won championship, but as you can see later down the line, like when it came out, like Kai wasn't really happy. But why would Kai leave a situation like that? Not saying it had to do something with Brian, just probably the things that came with that shit, and not getting all the love that you probably want because Brian there. Arguably top two greatest player ever. You know what I'm saying? But I learned a lot from Brian. I talked to Brian to this day though. Like we still play Madden right now. Like we be going there. I just whooped his ass. Just beating 2 games, but he got me in the bubble. I was waiting for that rematch, so I got him back. Just today, we texted today, we had supposed to play at like 7. I said, I ain't going to play because that's going to turn into 2 or 3 games how competitive he is now. And he ain't like what I just did to him the last time. It was probably like a week ago. He texted me today like, is we on for a certain time? I was at practice with my son. I know I had to do this interview. I'm like, we ain't able to make it today, probably tomorrow. So, like, Brian, man, he's still cool. Like I said, man, you can learn a lot from me, man, just by even being around, just seeing how he committed he is, and how he take care of his body every day. And, it's just, I was young at the time, bro, so I understand the whole thing of media, expectation, um, that it come with that. It come with Brian. You know what I mean? Like, so like, knowing what I know now, or like my second stint when I went back and played with LA, it was totally different. Like I was older, so I was more like understanding of the situation instead of like the first time where I should have just and tried to enjoy it if you want
That's
to say that.
a unique situation. Like, playing with him when he came back to Cleveland, second stint, and then he goes on to LA. Y'all in the bubble. That's you like just touch on that because like I've heard a lot. There's like two takes, right? There's one take that's like, oh, the bubble, it was an easy pass. They taught you like it's like a Mickey Mouse, championship. Then you got other players that were like, that was the hardest championship like ever. Like you really
Yeah,
being there, like, what do you have to say about that?
by far the hardest championship ever. By far, man. Because see, people don't know, man. Like a lot of times, bro, when you playing in the NBA, say if you got a bad game or you ain't play well, you get a chance to go home to your family. You get a chance to go home to your kids, where you can't be mad. You got to decompress, and like they help you with all that. You know what I mean? Like they help you with all that. So not having your kids around, you ain't see your family. I ain't see my family almost 7, 8 months. Like I'd be away from my family. I have separation anxiety. You know what I mean? It's like I had to go to LA post like when COVID was still going on, fly to LA, um, but it will get tested every day. My family is back in Miami. I'm in LA. Cause we started doing like individual workouts, practicing. So we had to fly out there. Then we had to fly to Orlando once everything was set up. So you can imagine going without your family, bro, 7, 8 months. And you with them every day, do with them the whole pandemic and things like that. But now you're going to a place where you can't leave. You pretty much got to do the same thing every day. So everyday life with me in the bubble is wake up, practice, back to my room. Wake up, practice, back to my room. Wake up, game, back to my room. You know what I mean? They had like a little player lounge and stuff like that, but and we was in a hotel room, not like a suite, a box. You got millions of dollars and you're in a box, 4 walls, shit over capacity. You had to send your clothes there. You gotta make room for all your clothes, all your sneaks in a box. Bro, I watched Game of Thrones for 3 months straight. I watched Game of Thrones for 3 months straight, bro. Like, it's 8 seasons, man.
How'd
I
y'all keep y'all head? How'd y'all keep y'all head?
we would do little things like we did, like we would have little Madden tournaments. Brian and AD had like a little like junior suite. It was a little bit bigger than our shit. You know what I'm saying? They gave them the suites,
Yeah.
but everybody else. So we would do like little Madden tournaments. Like we would be in the room with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it was us. We
Did
had
it
to,
feel like AAU?
yeah, yeah, exactly what it felt like. Hey, you, yeah, play songs, like play Madden, had Madden tournament. Literally have a damn board in the room, like names next to each other, who you play, like you know, drink some wine, like that. But that's it, bro. That's it, man. And think about it. You gotta walk into a gym. You gotta walk into a gym that's empty. I'm talking about you can hear the bro, you can hear the littlest, you know what I'm saying? Like you can hear the
A little squeak, all that. Yeah.
squeaks and everything, bro. And like like you gotta get yourself up to go out there and hoop and dominate. Quiet gym. With fake fans watching, fake fans clapping, and like play for something.
Cause
Shit hard, bro.
a
That
lot
shit
of
hard.
guys, they
You
feed off the
cannot feel
crowd.
good. You cannot feel good and get up for a game in the NBA once you see them fans and all that. Like you can hit a shot or two, and then they going crazy. Oh yeah, them juices is going there. Shot it? Nah. No. It was hard, man.
So when y'all got it done, 5 games over the Heat, like what were those feelings like? Became the second player in Syracuse history to go ahead win a NBA championship. Like, it's like what was those feelings once uh y'all went ahead got that ring?
It was. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think I was celebrating a little bit more everything. I think I was celebrating like this might be my last year. I was celebrating going home, like home, like because everything I've been through that year. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of things, with the Heat and all that throughout that year, and I just knew like how this shit go, bro. I'm a vet, and then you start to feel or a sense of what's going on. So I think I was just celebrating everything, bro. Honestly, like when I look back at it, like I knew it probably could have been impossible. Like that been my last game. Me just mentally checked out. Me just knowing how the NBA go, politics and involved in it. So, like I said, it was different for me.
Was it an emotional like after the chip, like after y'all won and all that, like emotions flowing?
Yeah, yeah, I think everybody was happy to get that shit over with, bro. We was all happy to go home.
Yeah.
Like we was excited to go home, bro. Like, we had a party. We had the party in Vegas. Vegas was so lit and with nobody around. You know what I mean? Like we had our own parties. Nobody was around. We made it fun though.
For sure. I want to just backtrack a little bit to your time with the Heat and uh just coming there. They always talk about that like that Heat culture and if you hadn't got injured, I believe that we're talking about you get the Heat in the playoffs. Some crazy shots, clutch shots, one over Clay. I mean, I had a post earlier today. It was about like Jalen Hurts, he does like a shrug. I was looking back, I was like, oh, you was doing the shrug a minute ago.
You see that? You see what I'm saying? Like
You
I
was doing it, Jonathan. Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. Like I've been doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I've been doing it, bro. If you go back, you watch the game, I swagged out so bad, you know, because it was just when I was in the heat of the moment, and it just happened. Like it just happened. Like swag out. Like you just get into you get in a whole nother zone. But like when I went to the Heat, that was my first opportunity to finally have my own team. You know what I mean? You gotta think about it. I go from Cleveland playing with Brian, Kevin Love, Kyrie. I get traded to OKC. OKC at the time was trying to find another six man. They lost James Harden, so they're still going through a process of finding another six man. And then I went there for a year and a half. We was in the Western Conference Finals up 3-1 against Golden State. Tricked it off. Tricked it off, bro. We supposed to went to the finals against Cleveland. Tricked it off, man. Mm, 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 mm. I even hate talking about that, bro. Like that's
I
the
was
one that
gonna say that's because that's something like
that's the
I don't
one
want to
that
say like revenge speak for you, but like that's something like you want to
that's the one
come
that
on.
yeah, that's the one that's staying. I feel like we would have beat Cleveland. We just messed at the right time, bro. We messed at the right time, and I was playing 35 a game in OKC. Like Andre Drummond, I mean, sorry, Andre Drummond. Andre Roberson would start. I knew I was
He was
coming
like
in.
defense, yeah.
Yeah, defense. That was the whole defense situation. I knew I was coming in. I knew I was getting to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's up 3-1 against Golden State, bro. Western Conference Finals. Tricked it off. Tricked it off.
But the Heat,
And
that was
then,
your squad.
huh?
The Heat, when you got traded to the Heat,
Yeah, so I didn't even get traded. I was a free agent. So
free agent.
that's the year. That's the year Cab left when they go to state. Sent everybody in uproar. You know what I'm saying? But before that, before that, he text me and Serge like, damn man, how y'all think about bringing this thing back together for one more year? I'm like, shit, because I probably got paid that year. I'm like, shit, if everybody's on board, I come back. I'll do it 1 year. I was willing to sabotage a 4-year contract for one to bring him back to that team because I seen how close we were. And uh, long story short, he texted the group message a couple times, and I ain't hear back from him about it. And that I think I just came home from the gym, bro. But you'd have thought I made the decision. You know what I'm saying? Everybody calling my phone.
I remember
Like,
that day. Yep.
yeah, everybody come up on like, damn, you see, I'm like, huh? Then I finally see my mom call and answer the phone. She's like, you see that? That's crazy, right? I'm like, what happened? She's like, Cat going to Golden State. I'm like, what? I go right to the internet. That shit everywhere, broke everywhere. See the story. I'm like, Russ hit me up like, see this shit? You see this shit? Look, this shit crazy. That's what they call me. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Cav, that's my brother though. So I was like, I understand it. We had talks like Cav, man. When I got there, Cav was one of the first ones that took me under the wing. I used to be at his house every day, and when I got settled in and all that, once I started living there and all that, of course I didn't go over there like how I was when I first got there. But that's bro, man. We would sit down, we would have talks, man. I'm talking about at the practice. We probably talk about 2 hours, and I'm listening to him vent. Me and Anthony Morrow, Amo, and he'd be asking us like, what should he do? Just about things we had going on with the team and stuff like that. Just telling him like, bro, you gotta see how you feel. Like you telling us it ain't gonna help. There's so much we can do. You know what I mean? We would just had talks, man, for hours, bro, like hours, and then seen a decision. Damn. Now I had to focus on myself because I was a free agent that year, and free agency come around. First team called me, Sacramento. Sacramento, they go offer me a 4-year, 72. But I was told that the GM was calling around saying he's gonna match whatever anybody offer. So you know how that go, like in free agency. No, everybody, you can't hold the money up. Like you gotta spend it. So
Mm-hmm.
long story short, man, things went into a situation. I was never offered a 4-year, 72. And that was the first thing that called me. I supposed to went down there Friday, signed Sunday. So how I got to Miami was I went down there on vacation. I took all my homies down there. We do a vacation trip. I was doing a vacation trip every summer with my homies, my dogs. So we go down there, and my agent called me like, "Yo, Pat, want to meet with you?" I'm like, "They don't got no more money. I seen all the money they gave out. They only could do like 2 years, six."
Yeah.
He's telling me after coming off the Western Conference Finals, after the run I just had, I take 2 years, six. Everybody gonna be looking like he got the worst agent ever. But all the money was already like, you know,
It was already spent. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
seen it. I seen who they signed. I seen who they signed. So I'm like, shit. And then that was the only thing that was holding me back from not signing because it's Miami. It's like, so I wound up meeting with Pat. I wound up going because Pat was, I think, at Spo wedding. They said he flew back from the wedding, cut the wedding off to come meet with me. So I'm like, dang. So I meet with him. And I walk in there. I remember walking in there, man. Smooth overhead, man. Smooth. They call him the Godfather for a reason. Smooth. Walking there, smooth hair, slick back, championship rings, legs crossed. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
I walk in, I'm like, what's up? He's like, how you doing? How's your family? X, Y, Z. I'm like, hey, good. I'm like, I wanted to get right to it though. Like,
Facts. Like that's good. Let's just cut to it. Like,
yeah, I'm like, what's up? Like the money, like, he like, exact words was, we don't have what you deserve, But I can promise you this: if you come in here and do what you need to do, you will have your money. You will make your money. You will get your money, basically. And that ain't sit well with me still, though, bro. You know
Because
what I
you know
mean?
it's a business, yeah.
Hey, that still ain't just sit well with me, though. I'm like, what? I'm like, man. And I think, honestly, bro, I honestly thought about what people would say. That was one of the reasons what held me back. Just to think about, like, what would the people say? You know what I mean? Like, not looking at the opportunity that was going to present itself. You know what I mean? All right. And then I'm like, man, fuck it. It's Miami. That's when I start using the slogan, bet on yourself and double down. That's when I start using it. I'm like, man, fuck it, man. We just want to bet on ourselves and double the fuck down. We coming for the house. We want everything though. We're gonna use this year and we're gonna double down. And that's how it came up, bro. And honestly, bro, how the whole thing happened, I was hurt. I was hurt like the first 30 some games too. Like I played, then I got hurt. I wound up missing like 20 games because of my groin. And after that, man, I came back, bro. When I came back, we was 11-30, bottom of the East. I come back, we go on 13 game win streak.
Mm.
We go on a 13 game win streak. You know in the East, so you ain't got to win that many games. You been out the playoff about 6, 7, 8, 9 games, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we 11-30. We behind the eight ball. And I just remember me like coming back. I'm in shape. I'm in shape and shape. Cause you know that's what Miami preach, culture. You got to weigh yourself every week. You got to do the extra. You know what I mean? And came back, bro. We went on a 13 game win streak. We went from 11-30. The second half of the season, we was 30-11. When I was on the court, we was 24-5. Yeah, and that's when game winners and all that just start piling in, and it just was on.
When you got that 4 years, $52 million deal,
Mm. Yeah, it should have
bet
been
on
like
yourself and double
it should have been
down.
for real. Should have been nothing less than 70 for real. I already took a cut. I should have got nothing less than 70 because I can name the players that got 70 that year who only averaged 8, 9 points, and I averaged damn near 18. You know, but I'm blessed. I can't complain. But when I got paid, I ain't. I think I bought my mom. I think I bought my mom another car. I think I bought my mom another car. I think the car I bought her the first time. It was kind of. I bought her a range, but it was done and all that. So I think I bought my mom another car. And what I did for myself was I bought me. I bought me a house in Miami for $7 million. I've been in Miami for 8 years. Yeah, bought a house for 7.4. Bought my mom a house. I built my mom a house from ground up, no mortgage. Bought my dad a house. for my little sister a house.
Wow. After you
Yeah.
got that contract, was it like, I'm not trying to assume nothing, but did you feel more of a responsibility to be like, not only take care of like your like blood family, but like, friends, or like was other people like, reaching out, and
Yeah,
did you have
man.
like a
Hell
giving
yeah.
spirit where you feel
Uh,
like,
I was a giving person, bro. I was a giving person. I was a giving person. And shit kind of sucks because it hurt you in the end. But motherfuckers just don't appreciate it. Just like you broke the like the curse for generational wealth. You broke that. You know what I mean? Like you did that. And it's like can't really tell who's genuinely happy for you. And then again you can, but you can't because the love be fake. That love is fake. Somebody had you thinking, man, thank you, this. So you really gotta be careful, man. And one thing that money gonna do is expose a lot of fake shit. That's what money gonna do. Money gonna touch some of your best friends since they was day one, first grade. See, all my friendships are from damn near first grade. Like I went to school with all my friends now since kindergarten. And if money can, you know, expose and come between what y'all built, never was friends. We never was friends. You was just there for the opportunity. You knew or seeing what was going on.
what advice you have for players now, young guys, college, high school? They already they set for that, to be in the league, potentially get a big payday, all that, change their whole lives.
Honestly, man, choose choose your friends wisely, man. Just make sure they in it with you, man. Like they really in it with you, man. Do the good, do the bad, the good, the ugly. And sometimes you might gotta test them. You might gotta test them. You might have to do something to show you who they really are. And it sucks to say because if we was all broke, we wouldn't have these problems. You know what I mean? And you don't know how much a person really needs you unless they got some money. That'll show you how much a person really needs you when they got some money too. Because if they broke, you couldn't know everybody needs you. But if they got some money, you'll really see who they are. You'll see how they treat you. You know what I mean? And I say that to say like it's just a shitty world we live in, bro. And it's not everybody. You got some people that's good, but money is the root of all evil, bro. Attention is too. But I done seen money. I stopped speaking to two of my day ones that I knew since first grade over money. You know what I mean? Like family members. Every time they see you, every time you go to a family function, I'm talking about every aunt and uncle is whispering in your ear. Hey nephew, can I get nephew, let me get a couple dollars, nephew. I need a couple dollars, nephew. Hey nephew, hey nephew. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, you be going for 9, 10 months throughout the year and you come home, you want to be around your family. I'm a big family oriented guy. I love to be around my family. Everybody tell you I come back home to the city, Philly, in the trenches, because I'm comfortable home. I'm not LA guy. I'm not like I live in Miami and all that, but I'm not that guy. Like I'm big on family. Like I don't really party. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So like, and it's like I'm just big on family. I like to be around my family, my kid, my girl, my best friends, like my mom. Like we go to Orlando, all that type stuff, bro. Like, I'm real big on family, bro. And it's like when you don't get to see the other family, like your mom, uncles, and your dad, uncle, you can't even ask nobody. You can't even ask nobody say how you doing. Like a regular how you doing. If I say how you doing, oh damn man, I'm fucked up nephew. I need this, man. My car, I need this, I need that. My rent due. Like damn, you don't even want to ask how you doing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy, bro.
You know, you spoke a lot about. I read your art. I read the article with Chris Haynes. He talked about mental health, dealing with anxiety, depression, all of that after the league as well. Uh, but you was big on like after like the episode happened with Miami, you got a therapist every Wednesday. You was in therapy. And
Hmm.
you was open about that and being honest, black men, from the inner city in Philly, like go to therapy. That's not a thing that exposed to early on.
It's not a
So
it's not a popular thing
not popular thing. So
because that makes you look vulnerable or weak, or do it make you look strong? Which one? Because you're telling the truth. Is how you take it. And I was always a person that I did care about what my like what people said, what people thought, or things like that. But at the end of the day, I don't no more because I'm the one that did it. I'm the one that made made it possible for my family to see a different side of the world.
mhm.
Uh, nice, whatever. We go from cars, go from I'm just saying project, go from Section 8 houses, excess cars. You know what excess cars back in the day? That's the, you know the government give you the money and you can go to the store with the X. It's called the excess card. Like my mom used to have it. I'm the one that took us from out the hood. We don't hear gunshots like that. Mice, roaches running around no more. You know what I mean? So it's like I did a lot, bro. I did a lot for the family. I took care of the family. I paid everybody bills. You know what I'm saying? Almost went broke doing it. You gotta know when to say no. It gotta be a cutoff. It gotta be a deadline. Because if you don't, they'll swallow you whole, bro. Pause. But seriously.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta have a conscience, like uh not caring what people say or think. Because the ones that do are the ones hiding the most. Or initially like art or caring what people say, caring what people think. Like they're not on your level. They're not in your shoes. They shouldn't be able to dictate nothing you're doing or what you got going on. So when I came out and said that, it's just because I knew it probably would help the next person. Because everybody look at me as the tough guy from the city, the one that I'm a dog. but it's okay to like explain to people and open up to people that yes, I have things going on, I have shit going on, and it's okay. It's okay to to see someone to talk about your problem because nowadays, bro, you can't even talk about your problems to certain individuals without them throwing it in your face
Mm.
or without them using it against you as a tool because you thought they cared about you. And I think that's a lot of times where we are like that because of the hurt and betrayal we once been through. And I think just talking to a therapist because I told you I no longer had the game of basketball to escape from just with a lot of things, man. It's overwhelming. And then sometimes it's okay to just talk to someone and get it out instead of just keeping it all bottled up and then lashing out at the wrong people or the one you love. Because they're gonna have your best interest, your therapist. They're gonna really try to help you. People who don't understand what you're going through or on a level or magnitude of understanding what you're really going through can help. This is my opinion because y'all don't understand it. Y'all can give us y'all opinion, but your opinion might not matter because you don't understand. So
And
me
then
being who I
like,
am, me being who I am, me being like a figure back in my hood, me being like somebody known and loved. I know a lot of young guys look up to me. Um, but me just coming out and being brave about seeing a therapist or having one, just let them know it's okay, man. It's okay. It don't hurt. It's actually good for you. Get a chance to get these things off your mind. Get a chance to talk about these things that you don't feel comfortable talking about to nobody else. It's a stepping tool, man, for help. Because we all need it. We all go through shit.
facts.
And it's okay, though. So that was just my thing on it.
You feel like after your stint with the Lakers and trying to get back, in the league and all that, and not panning out necessarily the way that you wanted to at that time. And still now, do you still want to have aspirations of being back in the league and all that?
I'm content with not. Like, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. I'm okay. Because I come to the realization that if I was going to really, really do, I could have been did it, but it would have been probably a little hard, but I still could have went and made lots of money somewhere else with my name and my resume. I'm only 32. You know what I mean? And it's like basketball is a full-time commitment, 1,000% commitment. You can't cheat the game, no shortcuts and none of that. And it's like I want to go out on my own terms though. I don't want to go out on the couch. If I go back and play for 1 year, I don't know where at, but if I just go back and play for 1 year and then hang it up, that's what I want to do. I just want to go out on my own terms. That's all. G League or whatever, I got money, so I'm not saying like that's the reason, but there's always opportunity to make more. But just being it, just closing that book in that chapter of me just going out, dribbling the ball instead of going out sitting on the couch. I'd rather have that ending story.
You said some uh that really stuck with me. You said I honestly had to go through what I was going through the last couple years by not playing. I feel like it made me a better person. It made me a better man and a better father because now I'm able to tell my son, yo, it's not about talent, it's about your attitude. It's about what you're doing on the court. Is not going to work. I'm talking about just not the talent, have all the talent in the world, but it's the intangibles, the the hard work, the attitude, all of that. Like, uh, you just touch on like just lessons that you've told your son when you said like, hey, it's been times he's asked me, hey, dad, like you better than this guy, this guy, this guy, like why you not playing?
Mm.
Just touch on like those lessons that you told him.
Yeah. Uh, so like just to reiterate, just to piggyback off what you said, um, with the whole situation of just learning and having that experience and just a better perspective, I would say, and enjoying the thing that you have, enjoying it like the future of your labor and all that, and understanding that we all go through things in life for a reason. We may not agree with it, but after a while, we have to understand it. And I think me getting in trouble, you know, in that whole situation in Miami, just the events that happened, um, made me a better person. I got a chance to sit back, reflect on it. I got a chance to sit back and think about the things I did wrong that I could have done differently. Um, that's what happened when you have time. But they also say time's heals all. And I got a chance to allow my son to not make the mistakes that I made, to be able to tell him the things he need to do to be who he want to be in life. Work hard, control what you can control, which is your attitude, being on time, being a better professional, working hard, treating others how you want to be treated, and understanding that if you do get an opportunity to live out your dream and your goals, man, take full advantage of it and have fun. Cause it go by fast. And don't take that shit for granted. Don't take it for granted. And
Don't do it
having a
for
better
self.
understanding. Having a better understanding that you work this hard for this, man. You get everything you can up out of it before your time is over. And that's on that situation, like for my son. And then the other situation was what?
Or I was gonna ask a follow up with signature moment in the NBA. And I remember this clear as day. I think you know what I'm about to say. 2014 Rising Stars Challenge.
Mm.
And it's like there's been a lot of talk of players don't be playing rising all-star weekend and they don't take it serious, all that stuff. Now, 2014, you and Tim Hardaway Jr. was going at it. And I
Right.
was like, yeah, like this feel like it's the park. It feel like, hey, like you go at me, I'm gonna go at you. I mean, just walk us through that duel between you and Tim Hardaway Jr. in the Rising Stars Challenge in 2014. That was just amazing.
um, that whole situation was just based off like I really wasn't like coming into that game. I just said because I played in the year before that, and I had like 20 something. I had like 24. I think I shot like 11 for 11, 11 for 12 or something. So my whole thing coming into this game, I'm like I'm gonna try to get like 15 assists. You know what I'm saying? Just set the goal like 15 assists. Wasn't even really looking to score, but you can see when you're watching the game, young guy Tim, you know, you could just see like he thirsty though. Like he thirsty to go at it with somebody. You could just see like he trying to like not like force it, but he's like he want to, you know, like just go at it with somebody. And then I sub in, but I already played. I had come out. I had got out, got back in, and he get on me. You know, I live for this type shit though. Like I'm from the hood. This is how I grew up. This is what I grew up on.
Yeah.
Like, don't threaten me with a good time. You know what I mean? Like, don't
Yeah.
threaten me with a good time. And then uh one thing led to another. I think I came down. I think I came down, made a shot. He came down. I think I came down, did a layup. He came down, I think did like a layup or something. And then I think I came down and made a three. And I started bouncing my head like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. He came down, he pulled from deep. Where he shot that thing from?
Yeah.
Now the crowd going crazy. Now they in tune, so I come back down, Kevin Hart, and like, go at him, like go
I
at him.
see that. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, so
It was like,
I come down, I make a move, he fall. He really fell for real too. Like, but how it didn't really look too crazy because I was trying to tell. But as he falling, I'm telling the other guy to move because one of the Promley brothers is coming over, like helping. I'm like, bro, you do not see what's going on? Like,
yeah.
get out the way. Like, come down, he get back up, I make the shot. He come back down, he pull from deep, go crazy. I come back down, I'm like, all right, now he thinking I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna go by him and try to thump this shit real hard. So when I try to come down and go by him, he fouled me. And then that's when the crowd just was like going crazy still. He was still going crazy, made the free throw. So we come out the timeout. He's just still thirsty. I'm thinking like, all right, it is. I
It
just
is
scored.
like it passed. Yeah.
Yeah, like I scored. Put 25. He come out. He's still on it though. He come out, he shoot the three, make it. Crowd. Oh. I come back down. Now I make a little jump shot. All right. Now he come back down. He just he shot again, made it, whatever. I come down. I shoot three. So I'm like, hold up, man. I'm like, hold on. Let me put the nail in the coffin because I'm like, I know he can not like that dribble though. Like I know he ain't really got,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm letting him shoot. So I'm gonna get up on him. I'm gonna just pluck it. I'm gonna take it one time. He come down. He try to make a move, so I took it. And then as you can see, Bradley Bill get the ball. Bradley Bill give it right back to me. And then I just come down, smack, hit the three. That's when the crowd going. That's when Shaq and all them got up.
Yeah.
And I screamed and I said, "This is my shit." I'm like, "This is my shit," like that. And then after that, he came down. He tried to do something. He airballed, and I came down. I got the rebound. I just passed the ball to Andre Drummond, and that's what that. Though. That's how that shit went. But
That
you
was
know,
a
I live for that.
classic.
Like I live for that, man. That's a classic art. Like that shit will never be the same. Like nobody ain't going. These guys too cool now. They don't
What you
want to get.
feel like it is? Do you feel like they more of like, because I know like social media more popping now than You know, what do you feel like it's like, well, I ain't trying to
Yeah,
get my ankles took or anything like
yeah,
that?
that's what it is. It's pride. They don't want to go at it for real. Like they trying to like they downplay. That's why it looks so bad. Even the All Star game, like even Mike Jordan. Yeah, I know him play hard in the All Star game. It was competitive, but these new guys, man, they too cool. They too thorough. I guess.
Yeah,
Like they don't want to. Shit. That's what it's about. You get a chance, especially if it's, you're not being able to do that on your team, and you got other star players on your team. And why not, man? Why not go out there and have fun, get the people what they came to see? I'm gonna do it every time. But I think like you gotta think about it, bro. Before that moment, I think I had 2 points. I finished with like 20. I finished with like 30, bro.
yeah,
Like literally. But they gave the MVP to Andre Drummond though, because he was going so hard at the beginning of the game when we all was chilling.
yeah,
He was going dumb hard, bro. Like grabbing every rebound. Like he had like 25 and 20. I should have got MVP though, because I had that shit turned. But you know, like I said, politics, man.
yeah.
Nothing about that. Politics. If that was anybody else, they'd have got MVP. You know what I'm saying? But man, though, you know, it's me. I had it lit.
That was turn. That was turn.
For sure.
Couple more Johns. You play with LeBron. You play with KD, Russ,
Kyrie,
Kyrie,
Kevin Love,
Kevin
Shrug.
Love, Dwayne Wade.
Mm-hmm.
You play with some all time greats.
Mm-hmm.
Who was like your favorite teammate? I guess like
My
out of
favorite
all of
teammate.
them.
My favorite teammate probably was Cal. Favorite teammate probably was Cal. KD. Probably KD. KD, Russ, Brian, like um Kevin Love, my guy. It's my dog. I love K Love. Um, but Cav for sure, Cav Russ. Um, God dang. Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka, one of my favorite teammates, bro. Like funny as hell, man. That's my dog, man. Hmm. Um, I had some pretty, I had some, man. I play with some, I play with some first ballot Hall of Famers, man.
Yeah.
Like Russ, first ballot, Kyrie, KD, Bron, D Wade, AD, Dwight, Rondo.
Rondo, yep.
Um, you could say Jimmy Butler going by like borderline.
Yeah.
Like I think he'd get up in there. Um, play with Kevin Love, one of my favorite teammates. Uh, like yeah, bro. I play with some motherfuckers, man. I play with some guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play with some guys, bro. Um, but Kev was like, Kev let me rock. Kev like you hooping. He was like, stay in your bag, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like you hooping. He giving that thing to you, coming there, throwing that thing to you, like, man, keep rock, like, go ahead. Like, before I had my own team, I like, you know, he realized the moment, he understand the moment. Like, we ain't gonna get these many moments while we playing with other great players coming from, like, you know that, like, you understand, like, some players don't understand the logic of that. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn.
That's great to hear because like outside looking in, KD seemed more like not as vocal, like rah rah type of guy. You feel what I'm saying? Like
No, he like
outside
that.
looking in.
No, he like he like that. You gotta just be around him. You gotta understand him. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just be around. He loosen up. He open up. You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, for
Um,
sure. Hell yeah.
and I really appreciate you hopping on, man. Uh, who your favorite? Can you get like top three Philly artists?
Top three for yards of all time.
How about this? We'll do top three all time, top three right now.
Top three all time. I'm going Beanie Siegel, number one. Baines, number one for sure. Me, my third. Philly. We got a lot of artists though. No,
You
I ain't
making
see.
five? Yeah.
See, I ain't thinking about. Yeah, it had to be like five. You gotta put Eve
Yeah, let's
up
do
there.
five. Top five. Yeah, all time, top five down.
You gotta put Eve up there. Um, five all time. I said Beans, me, Eve. See, I ain't listening to Black Thought. No, I know he a legend. I respect him. I'll put him in that lyrical category and all that. But I never really listened to him, man. You know what I'm saying? I listen to him now.
Who'd you
Listen to his
say?
freestyle. Black Thought, like I listen
Like
to him
the
now. But I said I can't put him in my list because I'm
but
only
you
32.
recognize the greatness, yeah.
I recognize his greatness though, for sure. For sure. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Roots. Um, I'm gonna put Young Chris up in there. I'm gonna say like I'm gonna use them as one though, like Young Chris Freeway. I'm gonna use them as one. Young Chris Freeway.
That's the five all time right there. Beanie Siegel one, Meat two, Faith
He,
three, Questlove four, Freeway Young Chris five.
yeah, like that whole state prop, I'm gonna put like five. Like the whole state prop. Yeah. But like right now we got a lot of young artists right now that are doing their thing in the city. Like we real talented, man. Once they be able to get away from that drill music, I understand that that shit ain't gonna sell, but for so long,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be able to make real songs. But we got a lot of talent, bro, in Philly, bro. We got a lot of talent. You know what I mean? Got a lot of talent, young talent. But what do you think I'm missing? What do you think I'm too young
I
for
feel
Will
like
Smith. I'm too
right
young for.
now, I feel like you hit all of them all the time.
That's what I said, because I'm too young for Will Smith and
I
all that.
mean, yeah, yeah, I don't what's it called? If we talking about right now, I mean my all time my all time favorite is P&B. That's just
It's my
that is
dog, my boy, man. Rest his
oh
soul, dog.
rest in peace, man.
PNB Rock, PNB Rock birthday December 9th. Mine December 10th.
Legend.
So the last time we were together, bro, I flew them to Miami on a jet. It was like probably 12 of us. And we had a good time, man. That's one of the last times me seeing him before he went back out LA. That's my boy though, man. Rest his soul. He was special. He was talented. Mac gotta be in my top. I mean, PNB in my top five. I forgot about that. Dang.
Yeah, my middle school, high school, college,
Yeah.
all of that. What about Uzi?
Uzi hot. Uzi up there. He up there for sure. Like I said, it's hard.
There's so
'Cause
many, yeah.
you said like old school, like, but Uzi up there, Uzi putting on for the city, for sure.
Right now, yeah.
I like Uzi he up there. Uzi cool as shit, man. Damn, we got a lot of talent, bro.
Got a lot.
I'm
Got a
probably
lot.
who I'm probably you remind me about PNB and Uzi.
Yeah, PNB Uzi. I mean,
If you go top five of like relevant right now, they in the top five. Like so, we go. Then we did all time. Then we go right now. Yeah, see, it's me, Uzi, PNB. I like Core.
yeah,
I like Core. Tour.
tour tough.
Yeah, like J Huff. A couple youngins from Diamond Street. Um,
I like Cinco, Mama
I
Cinco.
like Thinko, Fire. Um,
Even like
I'm missing a female. No, I'm missing a female. I like Rocky. Um,
Tierra Whack be doing her
yeah,
thing.
well, that's my dog. That's my dog. Sierra Wack is definitely up there. Females. Um, like I'm missing somebody that I listen to. I like Odes Ryder. It's my boy. Um, oh, OT. I like OT Seven Quantity. He got the streets
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, he got yeah. It's funny,
Yeah,
like my friends from like Texas,
yeah.
Cali,
They all listen
Chicago,
to
they're
him.
like, yo, you know this guy Quan. I'm like,
Yeah,
I've been listening to
yeah,
Quan for a minute. Like,
yeah.
but
Quantity
it's
for
good that
sure.
like you really mainstream now. Like,
Yeah, hell
that's a
yeah,
great
hell
thing
yeah,
to see.
yeah, hell yeah.
That's a
Quantity,
great thing to see, man.
hell yeah.
Who else I like? I like Brad Great. I like
I
him.
like Lil Bra. I like Bra. Uh, we missing some goddamn body. Um,
Pound Side.
I like Pounds Out. You want it though. You want it. You know your shit.
No
You want it.
some. No little some. Hey, best place to get a cheesesteak.
D'Alessandro, Ishkaboosh. They my top two, but I go to Ishkaboosh get the turkey burger chop. I get the turkey burger chop. And D'Alessandro, I get the chicken cheesesteak, salt, pepper, ketchup, mayonnaise. I don't do all that onions and stuff. I keep it simple, keep it clean.
Keep it
Extra
simple
mayonnaise, extra ketchup.
for sure. I do yeah, Jim's. Jim's is mine. Love
I
Jim's.
never had them.
Yeah, they have one. Obviously, they have one
They got
on
one on South
South
Street. They
Street.
got a new
And they
one on
have
South.
one. They have one in West too.
Oh
They one.
yeah, I heard they
Yeah, they
got
have
one
one.
in West. Cause the one in Gym initially burned down on South Street.
Yeah.
Um, but Philly, man, it's a culture, man. Like besides all the killing and all the nonsense that's going on with these kids out here with the violence, it's a cultural city, man. Like we got some of the best vibes. We create some of the best things. Our swag. We get dressed. Um, we just we like that. We like that,
Like we
man.
bring the swag, man.
The swag. That's what I'm telling you. And we so confident. We so confident in it also. Um, we we like culture wise, bro. We just different. You know what I'm saying? That's our own little world. We gotta be able to adapt to. But we vibe, man. When we ain't aggressive and we ain't like
Yeah, we vibing.
always trying to act tough and all that goofy like stuff. Like when we just chilling and we vibe, we having fun. We fun to be around. But when we angry or mad and want to hurt somebody or just a lot of times, like right now, man, the world is ruined. Like it's been bad from these drugs these kids is taking at a young
Yeah.
age. All this stuff, you don't know what's being sprayed on the drug and none of that goofy stuff. You gotta be careful. But when the kids like it's being kids and having fun, and we're vibing out and having fun, we're actually fun to be around. Like we're dope to be around. Like we know how to dress. You know what I'm saying? Like we are our own like creators of vibes. When
Had
the
a
opportunity,
dance around.
man,
In the
dance
perfect time, and the Eagles was, the bull, and then you had the Philly goats turn up the not even just the city, the world.
right, and that's the key right there, man. Just banning that mold and understanding like uh when the opportunity presents itself, we gotta take advantage. Philly Ghost was popping. He was in the Super Bowl. We lost, but man,
That was still a run. I mean, how you
man,
like
Jalen
this?
Hurts show.
I know we was talking before we recorded. Get the Saquon shirt on. Yeah,
Saquon, shout out to my guy. This shirt crazy too. Fire.
that
I got
joint
this from
dope.
Riley's Eagle store, man. Not too many people know about that, but yeah, bro.
No, I appreciate you. Any last thoughts before we head off?
Nah, man. I just want to say, shout out to everybody tapping in. Keep streaming, Lil Bro. Keep tapping in with Lil Bro. He's doing his thing. One of my favorite people to watch and talk about the Eagles. Uh, support, bro. Support everything you got going on, man. One of the few that's genuinely out here really doing his thing, and something I like to watch, and I will continue to support myself. Continue to just keep tapping in with bro. Keep tapping in on his stream, his live. Um, so one day bro can, live out his dreams, generational, you know, wealth. He can take care of his family, his parents, his siblings, but he won't be able to do that without the help of y'all and others. Um, and I don't even do podcasts and all that like that, bro. Like since I stopped playing, so many people got be wanting me to go on their stuff, bro. But like I said, I like what you're doing, man. I'm a fan. I'm gonna continue to support you. Um, stay locked in, bro. Keep doing you. Keep going. Understand that this shit ain't easy because everybody doing it. Um, you just stay in your lane. Keep breaking down barriers. Um, and understand that this shit don't happen overnight. It's time. Just keep taking your time. Keep believing. Uh, yeah, man. Stay locked in. Stay motivated. Stay the course. Um, keep feeding your people out there, including me, good content.
Yep.
Um, um, speak your mind. Tell the truth. Say the truth shall set you free, even if it got to do with the Eagles. You know what I mean? And run it up.
Run it up.
And that's from Philly Cheese signing in, signing out. Spread the word like a shotgun. You hear
Bet in yourself and double down. That's what
me?
the
Man,
motto is, man.
got to burn yourself and double down.
Got
And
to.
then if that don't work, you come back and then you double the fuck down.
No bet.
No back. And it's just like that.
Just like that. All right, y'all. Real talk. Can't wait for y'all to see this episode. Real talk. Dion Waiters. We out.
Yes, sir.